Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jollz. I'm a Valorant player, and after playing Valorant, I usually watch videos submitted by Twitch viewers on my stream almost every day. I stream all of this on Twitch, so come hang out. The link's going to be in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe and comment down below which videos I should react to. Lastly, you can check out all my other content by clicking the channels button on my YouTube page. We are going for World Domination. Other than that, enjoy the video. We're going to do Am I the Asshole? If you guys have not seen this before, basically, I'm going to read a story, and you guys have to determine whether they're assholes or not. Very straightforward. So, am I the asshole for demanding to be included on a family vacation, though I am an adult? Okay. My mom is a difficult person sometimes. She will not talk about feelings or admit she has them. Super sensitive to rejection. Oh, and her and my wife don't really like each other. So that's a fun bonus. Years ago, when my mom was single, and for context, she hates being single, but doesn't click with people often, but it was still a huge insecurity. She took my then girlfriend and I on a trip. It was a really nice trip, but she seemed to expect us to do everything together the whole time, and we wanted some couple time. When we got home, my girlfriend, now wife, mentioned that she wouldn't want to travel that long with my mom again because she expected too much of our time. That got back to my mom and obviously hurt her feelings. My mom said she would never travel with us again and took that very seriously. She is now remarried, and my sisters are invited on ski trips all the time. We are never invited. She claims it's because it's his house and he doesn't like me, but I don't buy that. She wouldn't even hang out with us when we were both out of town for the same wedding. My sister claims we humiliated her, and I don't understand. Well, I recently found out my mom and her husband are taking both of my sisters and their partners to Greece. I wrongly assumed I would be included. My mom's husband heard and said he wasn't sure, but I need to clarify with my mom as he doesn't think she wants me there. I talked to my mom and she said we aren't invited. She seriously never wants to travel with me or my bitch wife again. I blew up and screamed at her that she needs to grow the fuck up. She shouldn't even have children if she's this petty and immature. My mom said that I'm an adult and not entitled to a free trip. I continued to yell at her and said she can't keep favoring my sisters if she wants a relationship, and she doesn't deserve money because she uses it as a weapon. She told me to go cry to my in-laws as they like to kiss my wife's ass, but she will never travel with us again, and I should respect her decision. She called me manipulative and accused me of guilt tripping. Okay, so with how the story was first unfolding, I feel like the mom was the asshole and being pretty petty, but then towards the end, they were both an asshole. They both suck in the end, right? To yell and snap at your mom over this, I feel like is a little uncalled for. You don't deserve a free trip. You see what I mean? Yeah, you don't deserve like a free trip, right, from your family, especially after you're an adult. But that being said, obviously it is petty from your mom to say that because, you know, you should have some couple time. So I get that. However, they're both childish. They're both immature. Yeah, I think this is a both. I think this is a both. Let's see what else we got here. Telling my wife she was so close to getting her dream job. Uh-oh. I am a 33-year-old man and my wife is 27. Since the start of our relationship, my wife has been very particular about how things get done and tends to believe that she knows the one true correct way for anything related to anything. She has admitted that she can be a control freak. While this bothers me, it has never been a true deal breaker in our relationship. Very often when I do just about anything, whether it's be a household chore, assembling a piece of furniture, taking a picture, or writing a presentation for work in a field where I have a master's degree in, and she has no formal education, she'll do this thing where she'll condescendingly say, "You were so close to getting it right," really drawing out the so close part. I've told her dozens of times that I'd prefer for her to stop because it sounds so condescending, but she insists that she's complimenting me. I do the dishes and place them out to dry in an orientation she doesn't approve of. "You were so close. Next time, put them that way." I take a picture of her. "You were so close. Next time, angle the camera this way." I complete a project at work and show her the results. "You were so close. Next time, write it this way." Nah. For the last 2 months, my wife has been undergoing an intensive hiring process for a job in our city. She works in a highly niche field and seldom finds job openings, and therefore she was ecstatic to have the opportunity for a relatively well-paying job doing what she wants to do. She got to the very final stage where the company was considering 2 people, coincidentally the other of whom was her college roommate. Well, on Friday, she got the call telling her thanks for her application, but blah, 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 record on file, all that jazz. My wife came to me crying. I immediately comforted her, and "You were so close," blurted out. Her head whipped up, and she asked what I meant by that. I said she was so close to getting the job, but was just a bit off. She immediately walked out to stay at her friend's house, where she is currently sulking. She finally sent me a text this afternoon calling me a huge jerk. Was I unnecessarily being an asshole here? Dude. Listen, here's my thing. She insists that she's complimenting me, right? So it's clearly a compliment to be saying this by you were so close. So by saying you were so close to getting the job, technically that's a compliment. No, with her logic. So even though it was very petty, I think that there's some, you know, clearly she found it offensive. So she knows that it's offensive to say that. No? Although he is very petty for saying that, right? Obviously, it's not what he should have done, because that's kind of fucked. Like, these were not really serious matters, right? Like doing the dishes, a picture of her. It's very minor stuff, but this was a very serious matter. So then, yeah, I think the pettiness here on a serious matter was uncalled for. But I find it funny. Is he an asshole for this though? He is an asshole. I don't think it's like relationship breaking. You know what I mean? He was just being a dickhead. Like, I don't think you say this and not be a dickhead, right? Yeah, it's an asshole move, but I don't know if they're an asshole. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny as fuck. Next up, am I the asshole for showing my twin sister's OnlyFans to our parents? Oh boy. I, 18 female, and my identical twin sister, also 18 female, obviously. I've always had a tumultuous and competitive relationship. We've always fought over everything. Guys, clothes, friends, etc. But our relationship came to a halt a few weeks ago when a mutual guy friend of ours sent me a link to an OnlyFans profile with an attached message that stated, "This you?" question mark. Confused, I clicked on the link, in which, first of all, you should not be clicking random links, okay? That's how you get fished. Anyway, confused, I clicked on the link and was shocked to discover that the profile belonged to my twin sister. The profile picture was very clearly a scantily clad image of her, and the username was my nickname that literally everyone in my life uses. I asked our friend about it, and he told me that he had discovered the profile through Twitter and then subscribed to the profile, which included dozens of videos of her doing spicy things, to say the least, solo and with partners, all of which were her face showing. Yeah, what's the link? I mean, so I could block it. That's crazy. I was floored and, in a fits of rage, showed the profile to our parents. I mean, literally, anyone who saw that profile that knows us would immediately assume that it's me, considering she's basically going by my name. Our parents forced her to delete the profile, and she hasn't spoken to me since, claiming that I not only ruined her main source of income, but also betrayed her trust. However, I think that she betrayed my trust by going by my nickname. Am I the asshole? Hell no. Hell no. What? There is no way your twin sister's gonna pretend to be you and profit off of it. If anything, telling them was the least you could have done. You could have done some other shit, and I think you still wouldn't have been the asshole. What do you guys say? I would have beat her ass? Yeah, there's a lot of no's. Okay, there's a lot of no's. Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever call them an asshole. All right, next up. Am I the asshole for making a dad joke? Oh, shit. I'm gonna make one. It's gonna be me about a mom joke. Oh, no. Note. My stepdaughter, Madeline. Okay, we didn't have to use names here. Madeline, this isn't, now we're getting a little bit too deep in the lore. Note, my stepdaughter, Madeline, was about a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Madeline is currently 15 and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad. I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that, but I understand that she didn't mean it and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." That happened about 2 days ago. So our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. Edit. I did adopt her, so legally I am her parent. Mini update. I'll probably give her a full update later, but here's what happened so far. I go to my daughter's room after dinner and begin talking with her. "Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you by the words I said, and I am really your dad. I changed your diapers, I met your boyfriend, and I plan on helping you through college, and plus I'm legally your dad. So we're stuck together, but seriously, I'm going to love you like my daughter, even if you don't think I'm your dad." And then I hugged her. She did start to cry. Okay. The ending here was very wholesome. It was a little fucked up, right? They're 15, right? They don't know anything. 15, you are so unbelievably undeveloped, you don't know shit. So saying like, you know, "You're not my dad," it was kind of a low blow. Without this mini update, I think they would have been the asshole for sure. That was one hell of a joke, and I congratulate you for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, the joke is funny, but they are an asshole, right? That's just how it works. It's a funny joke with the wrong audience. Holy shit. Am I the asshole for calling the police on my fiance? Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. This is gonna get spicy. Last night, my 35 male fiance, 38 female, left in the evening to give a friend's son a ride back to his home. She implied she'd be home before 9. She left at around 7:45. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. 10:15 rolled around and she still wasn't home. I texted and she apologized to me, saying that her friend's son was actually in the next town over, maybe 30 minutes away, and she was coming home now. 11:45 rolled around and she still hadn't come home, so I called her and no answer. Texted her to no response. I was getting very upset. 12:30 rolled around and still no response and no answer to my phone calls. I was extremely angry. 1:30 rolled around and my anger had completely transformed into worry. Not answering my calls and texts not read. Bro, what? Around 1:45, I called the police. I've always heard that the first 24 hours of someone being missing is the most important, so I didn't want to delay. I asked them to let them know if there had been any traffic accidents involved her car, and the operator told me that they would put out the word and send some cops to check along the route she would travel. I called all the hospitals in the area to check if she has been checked in, and I waited outside watching the road for her car for 3 hours, partially because I didn't want the kids to hear me on the phone with hospitals, and secondly because I was sick with worry. At 7 a.m. she came home. She apologized for being out and said she had no excuse. She was driving home and felt tired, like she was falling asleep at the wheel, so she pulled over to the side of the road to sleep. When she did that, she found that her brand new phone had stopped working. She says she napped anyway because it was the responsible thing to do, and then came home at 7 a.m. to bring the kids to school and get to work on time. No shot. There is no universe that my girlfriend would ever try and do this to me. What the fuck? I'd leave so unbelievably fast. What the fuck? I immediately called the police and told them that she had come home safely and gave me the case number and told them to stop searching, which they did. My fiance brought the kids to school and left for work. I set out to start cleaning. Cleaning de-stresses me sometimes, and I got a call from a policeman asking where she worked. I told them and asked why, and I was informed that it was their policy to check on the person's wellness after a missing person is found. I asked them to not go by her work, but to give her a call instead. He said he couldn't promise. My fiance is relatively new to her job. A police officer showing up and asked to speak with her. She is now enraged at me for calling the police and sending a cop to her work and making her look bad. She is saying I overreacted and that she wasn't missing and that I was punishing her for doing the responsible thing and not driving while drowsy. She's saying that she's never going to leave the house again except for work because she's afraid I'm going to call the cops on her again. So did I overreact? No way. No universe. Should I have waited 2 days like she suggested? No. Bro, she is sketchy as fuck. First of all, giving a friend's son a ride back to his home. What is that? That's weird already. She left at 7:45, gone for 3 hours. Are you out of your mind? I texted her and she apologized. At 10:15, she responds, saying that her friend's son was actually in the next town over, maybe 30 minutes away, and she was coming home now. 30 minutes away, but you're gone for 2 and... Dude. This already is so unbelievably sus. Just based off of this storyline, I'm fucking gone. I'm like, you are a pathological liar and I am dipping. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is actually getting me pissed, man. I fucking hate liars. Not the asshole, but you know she's lying, right? Oh, wait, the person responded. I do suspect that the story isn't truthful, but she doesn't really have a history of lying to me, so I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. No way. No way. No way. No way you are trapped in this. You are so unbelievably deep in the sauce that you get persuaded by this. Oh, I feel bad, dude. I feel bad for him. No fucking way. Her whole story is a big fat lie. Everything about that was fucked. Will I be the asshole for refusing to stop cooking bacon in my kitchen due to my teenage daughter's vegan lifestyle? Oh, God. Okay. I mean, based off of the titles, I can already say that they wouldn't be, right? If you're the parent, I feel like cooking bacon, right? It's like, you can't really impose your lifestyle onto others. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of fucked. Dad here, old fart, loves his daughter to pieces, but I'm struggling to see eye to eye with my teenager and wife on this one. We've always been a meat-eating family. We live in the rural Midwest, and bacon for breakfast is pretty much a given. This year, my 14-year-old daughter decided to go vegan, and I jumped onto her support team with enthusiasm. We learned how to substitute ingredients, cook new things, try new things. I adjusted our budget to include more expensive vegan substitutes for her, etc. None of this has been a problem for me until recently. She saw me cook bacon in a pan, and then I rinsed it out to load in the dishwasher. She exploded in anger. I'm not too fussed about the anger explosion. I know she doesn't mean it. And said that was her pan for vegan food. Oh, I was completely floored and said, kiddo, this here is a family pan, older than you. It's not your pan. She asked me to purchase her a pan that she can solely use for vegan food. I didn't want her to feel weird about food, so I said sure, and ordered a few colored ones that are only for her. Okay. The reason they're colored is so it helps me remember that I'm not to touch them unless I'm cooking vegan. That wasn't good enough. Now, apparently the dishwasher is contaminated with animal products, and the fridge has bacon grease fingers on it because I eat bacon and then touch the fridge. And she asked me and her mom to completely stop eating meat at home. I don't mean I literally touched the fridge with greasy bacon hands, because I wash my hands, but it's clearly enough that it upsets my daughter. Frankly, I'm on team hell no. Her mom is much more amenable and strongly wants me to consider taking our daughter up on the request. My wife's reasoning is that both our parents live close, so we can eat meat products there, and she doesn't want our daughter to feel uncomfortable in the kitchen. My daughter says she is fine with cheese and butter in the fridge, but it's specifically meat products that makes her feel sick. Now, I'm sorry for her, but I feel like she needs to adapt and live side by side, because I'm not going to stop eating bacon in my house. So definitely not the asshole, in my opinion. You're the parent of the house. You know, if you have your little bacon fingers touching things, I don't think that's really contaminating anything. Same with putting it in the dishwasher. Yeah, not the asshole. Get her a special sponge so she can use to wash her own dishes, so she doesn't have to use the tainted dishwasher. Oh fuck, dude, this is good. Wait, this is actually good. Oh lord, this would be such a funny ass fix.